have nothing else to do.
Go to school.
There is no school in my neighborhood. When they build one, I will go.
If I start a school, will you come?
Yes! Days pass, and Sahib excitedly approaches Author. Is your school ready?
It takes longer to build a school, Sahib. But promises like mine are everywhere in your world.
Author learns Sahib's name and their conversation shifts to the issue of barefoot children.
Why aren't you wearing chapals?
My mother didn't bring them down from the shelf.
Even if she did, he would throw them off. I want shoes. I've never owned a pair.
I've seen children walking barefoot across the country, in cities and villages. Is it just a tradition or an excuse for perpetual poverty?
Author shares a story about a young boy's prayer for shoes and the contrast between privileged children and those like the ragpickers.
My acquaintance with barefoot ragpickers leads me to Summery. Thousands of families, including Sahib's, live here. They arrived from Bangladesh seeking a better life. Why did you leave your beautiful land of green fields and rivers? If we can feed our families and sleep without hunger, we'd rather live here than in the fields that gave us no grain. Survival here means rag picking, an art they have mastered over the years. Garbage is their daily sustenance and hope. Sahib watching people play tennis.
I like the game. Yeah, few movements later.
Do you play?
I go inside when no one is around. The gatekeeper lets me use the swing. Author notices Sahib wearing tennis shoes.
Where did you get those shoes?
Someone gave them to me. It doesn't matter if they have a hole. They're a dream come true.
The game he admires from behind the fence remains out of reach.
After a few days, the author saw the Sahib with a steel canister, working at a tea stall.
How do you like your job?
It's not the same as before. The canister feels heavier than the bag I used to carry so lightly. I am no longer my own master. Author reflects on Sahib's journey and the stolen childhood of many children like him. End of Part 1.
I want to drive a car.
Introducing Mukesh, a determined young boy from Firozabad, famous for its bangle-making industry.
Mukesh dreams of becoming a motor mechanic, despite knowing little about cars.
He envisions a life beyond the dusty streets of his town, where every family is engaged in making bangles.
However, Mukesh's family is unaware that it is illegal for children like him to work in the glass furnaces that produce the bangles.
The law, if enforced, could rescue him and 20,000 other children from the harsh conditions of the furnaces.
Undeterred, Mukesh proudly offers to take the author home, pointing out the ongoing reconstruction of their house.
They navigate through garbage-filled lanes, passing hovels crowded with families and animals.
Inside their half-built shack, Mukesh's sister-in-law, a young woman, prepares the evening meal for the entire family.
She obediently veils her face in the presence of the elder family members, adhering to tradition. Mukesh's father, an impoverished bangle maker, has dedicated his life to the craft, passing down his knowledge to his sons.
The author wonders if this predetermined destiny can ever be broken.
Firozabad is saturated with spirals of bangles, representing auspiciousness in marriage for Indian women.
The work is laborious and detrimental to the eyesight of the bangle makers. Despite the bangles adorning their wrists, the elders lack joy and fulfillment, having endured a lifetime of meager meals.
The bangle-making families, trapped in a cycle of poverty and middleman exploitation, feel hopeless. Suggestions of forming a cooperative are met with resistance, as they fear legal repercussions.
The absence of leadership among the young men perpetuates their disillusionment.
The two worlds of Firozabad, the struggling families and the oppressive system of middlemen, police, bureaucrats, and politicians have burdened the children with inherited baggage that cannot escape.
Amidst this despair, Mukesh's dream of becoming a motor mechanic brings a glimmer of hope.
Though the garage is far from his home, he remains determined and willing to walk the distance.
When asked if he dreams of flying a plane, he falls silent, content to focus on the cars he sees rushing through the streets of Firozabad.
Join Mukesh on his journey as he seeks to defy the limitations imposed by his circumstances and strive for a better future.
Remember to enhance visuals that depict the bangle making industry, the challenging living conditions, and Mukesh's resilient spirit.